We're here in Maktar, which is a very old settlement here in Tunisia. They did a lot of excavation and they found prehistoric ruins, but of course the Romans had a major settlement here. It was actually, I think, an official Roman city. I'll have to check up on that. But you'll see they left a lot of ruins. So from prehistoric, Berber, Roman, even Byzantine and whatnot, it always had a settlement here, and the ruins here are just magnificent. So today we'll be taking a look here at Maktar, and then we'll be going to the Berber town, Kesra. Alright, so let's go and check it out. Not sure how much you can see of it, but there is a big oval here, and most likely in towns, Roman ruins and towns like this, when you see something like this, it's an amphitheater. Look at where we are. I'm walking through an old Roman village through the streets. It makes you think of all the people throughout all the years and ages and civilizations that walked here before me. Right in front of me is just, wow, it stands out so much. It's a big arch of Trajan, or Trajan's arch. You know, Trajan was a emperor for Rome, and there's a big arch there built right in front of a forum. Let's take a look. And the forum from the other side. Magnificent, check that out. And right next to it is some ruins around this area, and as far as I know, it is an old basilica. As we walk away from the forum, there is a road and it leads us to some massive structures there. Let's go. Isn't that just amazing? So this building is a grand thermes, or a great bath. I could just imagine how opulent this was back in its day. If we look on the ground, you could still see old mosaic tile embedded into the ground. Now there is a little museum at the entrance that the more detailed ones, they took it out and they have it in the museum for safekeeping. But there's mosaic almost everywhere inside of here. Amazing. Look at what these guys were able to accomplish so long ago. And look at the size of those walls and arches all around. They are massive. Look at the beautiful flowers blossoming. You know what that means? It's getting to springtime. Continue our tour of the archaeological site in Maktar. You see the Trajan's arch behind me. That's the grand thermes, you know, the great baths, springtime flowers. But as we walk along, we could tell that this was much bigger and had much more buildings, and a lot of it is in ruins. You would see rocks, and it's not really rocks, it's like stone that was part of buildings and whatnot that are now collapsed, all over. So you could just imagine how developed here was back in the day. structure that we're in was a school. It's called Scholia Juvenum. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. Of course, I'll put the name here to make sure. But look at this. So we've come across this kind of flat area, and there are steps leading up to it and whatnot, and I think this was a Numidian forum, you know, a gathering place or a square or something. Why was Maktar so developed in Roman times? It turns out because of the location, it became a thriving transportation hub between Carthage, which is basically in Tunis, and like Kef, which is on the border. Alright, that's about it for Maktar. We'll be heading out soon. There's just a very small museum where they put some ruins and whatnot to protect it. Gonna check that out quickly and back on the bus. Alright, here we are in Kesra. It's an old Berber village that still has that Berber charm. It is known for having a spring, and if you look, there is a channel. And this channel was used back in the days to provide water to lower down, because Kesra is on a hill, so it will provide water lower down. And this thing still works. Now we're walking up into the old Berber part of the village. This step is very well known in Kesra. These colorful steps painted with different symbols and whatnot. When you come Kesra, everybody tries to get the photo up on these steps. And it's easy to see why. Top of the steps, therefore on top of the mountain, and look at that view. So cool. And if you look behind me, that's the old Berber village, Kesra, on the mountainside. In the Berber village is arranged in such a way that every now and then you have a courtyard where they would use for public gatherings and functions and whatnot. That's the museum behind us, so we're going to go in and take a look. See, I don't really like to record every little thing in a museum. I don't think it's interesting for my viewers, so I'm going to put the camera down, I'm going to look through, take it all in, and then I'm going to continue the tour on the outside. Alright, so I'm back out of the museum. I'm so glad I got to go to the roof and see the view. So we're walking down. This is not the same steps, these are some other steps. And whoa, we're going to continue walking through the village. As we were walking through the village, we came out on the hillside. And now we're walking along the edge, kind of outside the village a little bit. Edge of the hill, taking in the view. It is so fantastic. Check it out. Really nice view. We're gonna settle down here, maybe get something to eat, and then continue. So windy, I hope you guys can hear me. But we've hiked around this little, edge, and the village is right there. So we're just gonna walk back to it. in the village, walking through the streets and pathways. And this is one of those courtyards I told you about earlier. We have a beekeeper that is actually selling the honey. That's the actual beehive there that he gets the honey from. And there's a press in the back there where he presses the honey out. And then he sells it. Okay. Alright, so it's like the force pushes the honey out. Whoa. Pure honey. Alright, we walk through and we're back by the steps. So we're just going to gather here and then head to the bus. Alright guys, so that's it. We're at the end of this randonnée. It was a really good trip to Maktar and here in Kesra. I want to thank everyone. It was a nice trip, a nice group.
Thank you.
Remember, if you like what you see, to hit the like button, to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.